All right, Burgundy Gold Nation, before we get into this episode, I have to ask, man, please subscribe to this channel. This channel needs your support. We're going to build this channel from the ground up. I'm bringing you weekly Commander content. All you have to do is subscribe. And the best thing about subscribing, it's absolutely free. It won't cost you 1 penny. All right, Nation, let's get into it.
Hail to the commanders! Hail victory! Fight for our commanders! Fight for all we see!
All right, Burgundy Gold Nation, this is Commanders Talk, and it's your boy, T-May, and I'm back in the building. Commanders got that Week 1 W against the New York Football Giants. And this wasn't their A game, but a win is a win, man. I'll take it. No doubt about it. Now, they could have played a lot better. They really could have. It looked like they were still in preseason form. My man Jaden Daniels was a little off in this game, throwing some passes late. He took some unnecessary sacks, and he was kind of throwing balls behind dudes a little bit. Wasn't that accurate. He was 19 of 30. So that goes to show you right there, these guys are still in preseason form. He didn't even throw one pass in preseason, so it's going to take him a minute to get everything in sync. Let's take a look at some of the stats from this game, this victory over the New York Football Giants. My man Jaden Daniels, 19 of 30, 233 yards, 1 touchdown. Now he had took three sacks, and 2 of those sacks was basically on him. A rating of 98.3. He was, holding the ball a little too long, trying to make something happen. And he took those 2 sacks. Rushing yards, my man Bill, 10 of 82. An average of 8.2 yards per carry. Now, he had that 1 touchdown and that long 42-yard run. Man, I thought Bill was going to break that one. I thought he was gone, but he made a last cut and, kind of got targeted on that one. But it is what it is. My man Jaden Daniels had 11 carries and 68 yards. And Jaden Daniels is going to run the ball. A lot of people don't want him to run. They want him to kind of stay in the pocket. But, hey, he knows how to protect himself. He's not RG3. JD5 can protect himself. He gets down. He gets out of bounds. He won't take no crazy hits. So you got to let that man do his thing, man. You got to let him cook. If he wants to run, you got to let him run, man. Austin Ekeler, he started the game. 6 foot, 26 yards. Not that great. His longest was 6 yards, but Austin Ekeler is a veteran, man. So they decided to go with the veteran until Bill is ready to take over this role. And right now, my man Bill, he's getting there, but they trust Austin Ekeler. He's a veteran. He knows how to handle that ball, and he can still break one, and he still got his hands. He can still catch out the backfield. Jeremy McNichols, 4 carries for 25 yards. His longest was 13 yards. Receiving, Debo. Now you know why they traded for him. 7 receptions, 77 yards. His longest was 21 yards. Now he didn't get in the end zone as far as receiving, but he did run one in later. My man Chris Moore called him up from the practice squad. He came up, had 1 huge catch for 34 yards. That was great. Austin Ekeler, three catches for 31 yards out the backfield. Great. Noah Brown. Now you know why we need him out there. Noah Brown had 2 catches for 27 yards, but it was 2 big catches. No doubt about it. Now, a little disappointing on this one. Matt Terry, 2 for 27. Now, 4 targets. You got to get Terry way, way, way more than 4 targets, man. Come on, Cliff Kingsbury. What are you doing? 4 targets for Terry. You got to scheme to get this guy active, get this guy involved in the football game. You have to. This is Terry McLaurin. You just paid him all that paper, man. You have to get him involved. He needs at least 10 to 15 targets per game, period. That's what you got to get Terry, man. He was out there running wind spurts again. That's not cool. We got to get him more involved. I know he missed. He was doing this holdout thing, hold in. I know that. But listen, man, the guy's in shape. Terry takes care of his body. He's a veteran. You got to get him involved. You got to figure out a way. Zach Ertz, 3 catches, 26 yards. He had that huge touchdown catch for us. Jalen Lane, 1 for 11. So, hey, a win is a win, man. It wasn't the prettiest, and we should have blown them boys out. No doubt about it, but hey, we'll take it, man. I take this W, no doubt. Now let's take a look at some of the defensive stats. My man Bobby Wagner, 10 tackles. Tackle for loss 1. Frankie Louvu, he was flying around. 7 tackles. Quan Martin had 5 tackles. 1 QB hit. Will Harris was out. He was out there, bro. He got hurt. He got a little banged up, but he did come back. Deron Payne. He looks like the old Deron Payne. That's the guy we need out there. 4 tackles. He had 1 tackle for a loss. He had 2 pass deflections, man. That was great. And he had that 1 sack and a QB hit too. Dietrich Wise, he played pretty well. He did have a costly penalty though. Dietrich Wise, he's a veteran, man. He has to learn how to control his emotions out there and play smarter. Basically, just play smarter, man. We expect more from Dietrich Wise. He came from New England, man. So we expect a lot more from him. Javon Kinlaw, he looked good. He looked good, man. I can't complain right now about the type of money they paid this guy. I think he deserves it. And they didn't even pay him top defensive tackle money in the league. And they got it for, to me, a bargain. And as you can see, and you saw it in preseason a little, Javon Kinlaw is a force in the middle. He's a force, man. He splits those double teams, and he can get in that backfield. He had those 4 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, man, and 2 quarterback hits, man. Javon Kinlaw, he balled out today. Doris Armstrong, he played pretty well today, man. He had 3 tackles. He had that 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, and 1 QB hit. Marshawn Lattimore, he looked pretty good out there. Percy Butler. Trey Amos, the rookie, he looked pretty good in coverage, man. The Stealth Squad looked pretty good in coverage. Nick Ballore, he is a backup guy, so you can't expect too much for the rest of these guys. My man Von Miller was a little quiet today. He didn't do much. He didn't really get to the quarterback that much. I still think Von Miller will get to the quarterback. I'm not too worried about that. Eddie Goldman, he's Eddie Goldman, man. He was out there. He just been a space eater, just doing his thing. He didn't really cause too much havoc in the middle, but that's okay. My man Johnny Newton either. He didn't do too much in the middle, but that's okay, man. This is the first game of the season, and I think these guys, they're gonna start balling out for us. I think they're still in preseason mode. I really do. That's how I felt. That's how I felt watching this game. Like, these guys are making mistakes, and I just think they're still in preseason mode, man. It is what it is, but the W is most important. We want to know right now. So, team stats, man. Let's take a look at the team stats from this game. So, here's the team stats right here. You can see first downs, 25 for the Commanders, 17 for the New York Football Giants. Now, this game, total play is 65-62, but you can see the difference in yards right here. As far as the Commanders had 432 total yards, and the Giants had 231. So the Commanders pretty much, they dominated this game. The score didn't indicate it, but they actually dominated this game. It was never a time in this game that I felt like the New York Football Giants were a threat. Not one time. So we did what we had to do. Passing yards, 212 against Old Man Russ, 157. The rushing yards. Look at the rushing yards, man. 220 for the Berkeley Gold, and the Giants, 74. So the defensive line, they stood up against that run, no doubt. The one key thing you got to look at right here, their red zone. The red zone. Giants made it to the red zone. They were 0-2. Defense were flying around, and they had like double goal line stance. They had they stopped them. Dietrich Wise made the weird penalty, gave them 4 more downs, and they stopped them again, and then they settled for the 3-point, for the field goal, which is great. Look at our penalties, though. We have to clean this up. 12 penalties for 89 yards. It's inexcusable. Inexcusable, man. You have to clean that up. We have to. Zach Ertz had a huge penalty, man, at the beginning of the game. Pre-snap penalty. It was so many guys, man. Bobby Wagner had the penalty, or Russell Wilson. Hit him in the head. He didn't mean to, but Bobby Wagner's a veteran, man. You got to pull up. You have to. DJ Wise, I mentioned it before. He's a veteran, man. He's a New England Patriot. He came from the Patriots. You don't do stuff like that. You have to pull up, man. You got to play with a little more self-control, a little more self-discipline, and we got to clean up these penalties. 12 or 89, that's way, 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 way too many penalties, no doubt. All right, so let's go to some of the takeaways from this game. Man, the defense. The defense and my man Joe Witt, they were in their bag. The defense pretty much dominated this game. Yeah, I know my man Russell Wilson's old, but 2 of the key things that they did that I mentioned in my pre-game episode was stopping Tyrone Tracy, and they did just that. 10 carries for 24 yards. They shut him down. And the second key to victory for me in this game was you had to contain Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors is a great, he's on his way to being a great wide receiver. You just have to contain him. You're not going to stop this guy, but you have to contain him. And let's check the stats on Malik Neighbors. 5 catches, 71 yards, and he kept them out of the end zone. He had 12 targets. That's pretty good, man. The stealth squad was, I think they even ran a cover 2 on this guy a little bit, which was, sometimes you have to. And you can do that. When you have 2 pretty good corners, like we had in Marshawn Lattimore and Trey Amos, you can run a cover 2, man. And you got Mikey at the nickel, you can easily run a cover 2. And they did that sometimes, and it actually took Malik Neighbors out of his game. And you can tell he was frustrated. So 2 of the key takeaways and keys to victory, they did just what I mentioned. Shutting down Tyrone Tracy and containing Malik Neighbors, which was great. They did a great thing. My man Zach Ertz, I was a little disappointed in him at the beginning of the game. He had that pre-snap penalty, and then he had a huge drop, but he came back and got the touchdown for us, which was great. That's my guy. I'm not gonna be mad at my man Zach Ertz, but you know he rebounded pretty well. Austin Eckler got the start in this game, and I'm okay with that. He's a veteran. He deserves to start until Bill Krosky-Merritt is ready to start. You traded away my man Brian Robinson. He's gone, and they decided to go with a veteran, which is, I'm okay with that, man. Because Austin Eckler, he will protect the ball. He will get you some hard-earned yards. He will, and he can catch. So I'm okay with this move. I really am. Deebo Samuels, the kickoffs. I don't like it. I don't like Deebo back there returning kicks. I know he's dangerous, but man, put one of the young boys back there, or put one of those running backs back there that can, Jeremy McNichols or somebody like that back there who can catch that ball and just run it out. I don't want Deebo getting hurt, man. You see how valuable Deebo is for us. He had a big day today. Deebo was great, and he had some misses. He had I think a couple drops, and JD5 he missed him a couple times. I don't want him back there returning the kickoffs, man. Let the young cats do it. I don't want Deebo out there. Yeah, the defense, they balled out today. They pretty much had a double goal line stance. They stopped the Giants. Dietrich Wise had the costly penalty, got the ball, a fresh set of downs, and they stopped them again. And then the Giants had to settle for 3. Man, that was huge. The defense looked great in this game, man, and they still not on their A game. I'm telling you, the defense can give them so much more. They're not on their A game right now, but they look great. JD5, he overthrew Terry on that one deep ball. Man, if he would have hit Terry on that one, the house would have went bananas. I'm telling you. But like I said before, man, these guys still in preseason mode. So, and Terry was out, and Jaden Daniels, they were both out, doing pretty much the entire preseason. So it's gonna take these guys a little time to get on the same page. There's nothing to worry about. We've seen it before, and these guys will get on the same page. He's going to hit Terry on some of those deep balls, and Terry's going to take it to the house. I have no doubt about that at all. Josh Connolly Jr., he was okay. He was up and down. He did give up some pressure. He did have some costly penalties. And he will clean that up. I'm not too worried about it. He's a rookie playing a right tackle, man, and going up against Brian Burns, a speed rusher like that. It's going to take Josh Connolly Jr. a little bit of time to figure this NFL thing out, but don't pull him. Leave him out there and let him take his lumps. I'm telling you, because that's the only way he's going to learn. You have to leave him out there. You have to let him take his lumps, and he will get better each week. He will get better. So I'm not too worried about Josh Connolly Jr. My man, Bill Krosky-Merritt, that nice touchdown run, man. This guy's going to be something special for the Burgundy and Gold. He definitely is. I think we found a running back. I think we found a guy that's going to give us 1,000 yards once he starts and become an everyday. Because he can be an every down running back. He can catch. He can play all 3 downs for us. You don't have to substitute unless you just want to give him a blow. But I think we have 1,000-yard running back on the roster. But my man, 7th round pick too. That's a diamond in the rough right there, man. Shout out to the front office, man. Adam Peters and the guys, man. You got to steal on this one. You got to steal, no doubt about it. Deron Payne, he played great this game, man. This is the Deron Payne I want to see the entire season, no doubt. Batting down balls, quarterback sacks, putting heat on the quarterbacks, man. This is exactly what we need from my man, Daron Payne. He looked great out there, man. I love this. I love this Daron Payne. Now, we got to talk about that clock management at the end of the first half. Man, that was horrible clock management. First of all, they called that timeout way too early. Dan Quinn called that timeout way too early. He should have kept that one in his back pocket, man. And he called it too early, and it cost us. Yeah, Jaden Daniels, he intentional grounding. He should have known better, but he's a second-year guy. He should have rolled out and then got rid of the ball. But if they would have had the timeout, man, they could have stopped the clock, gave them more time, put the field goal guys out there, kicked the field goal. Man, we left those 3 points on the board. And I was a little salty about it. I just felt like that was a mistake by Dan Quinn, and he'll clean that up. I'm not too worried about my man Dan Quinn. He's a better head coach. He'll clean that up, no doubt. Now, I'm going to say this. I think the offense just looked flat. The offense looked flat to me the entire game. The first half, they looked pretty decent. But like I said, I think they're just still in, preseason mode. Second half, they looked totally flat, man. The offense, they didn't do too much at all. And I think they will clean this up. They have to clean this up. Because the defense, they're flying around and the defense are making plays and the offense is kind of sputtering a little. And hey, we got the Green Bay Packers next week. Thursday, man. Thursday, we got the Green Bay Packers. We can't afford for the offense to play like this against the Green Bay Packers. We got to put up some points against those boys, man. We really do. I think our defense can contain the Green Bay Packers. I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, the defense, man, they was just flying around. Defense had a 50% pressure rate. Old man Russell Wilson, man, he was getting pressured all through the game. He didn't know what to do. He was running for his life half the time. I don't know if it was our boys being that dominant or the New York Giants offensive line is trash. I can't call it, but I know our boys were out there. They were flying around, man. Kinlaw and Payne and the edge rushers, it looked great. I want to see a little bit more from my man Von Miller. He came in late. I get it. But he's replacing Dante Fowler Jr. That role he had. The specialists come in at the linebacker spot and put pressure from that linebacker spot, him and Luvu. So I'm expecting to see a little more than that, especially against the Green Bay Packers, man. Speaking of the Green Bay Packers, Thursday Night Football. Commanders versus Packers, Week 2, September 11th. It's 8:15 kickoff. It's 4 days away. It's a quick turnaround for the boys in Burgundy, and we will be ready. Thursday Night Football, man. It's going to be great. I can't wait for this game. This is going to be a true test because Green Bay is a legitimate threat. The Green Bay is a playoff caliber team, and we're going to match up against these boys, and we're going to beat them. I think we're going to get Green Bay. I really do. I can't wait for this game. All right, so who gets the credit for this victory? I'm going with my man, JD5, 30%. The defensive line, they get credit for 25% of this victory, man. The secondary, the stealth squad, 20%. My man, Deebo Samuels, with his Commander debut, 15% of the credit. And Daron Payne, he balled out, man. He gets 10% of this credit, man. No doubt about it. That's the credit pie for this game, man. These guys played a decent game, but this is not the Commanders' A game. So the NFL should be worried because we can beat these guys 21-6 and still in preseason mode. Wait till we start hitting on all cylinders. It's going to be scary for the NFL. A lot of teams right now are worried, as they should be. No doubt about it. Okay, so let's give out some game balls. Who deserve a game ball? Of course, we got to give one to my man, Jaden Daniels. 233 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 68 rushing yards, man. He pretty much put the squad on his back today. As usual, that's what he do. And he looked great doing it, man. Also, the defensive line. We got to give those boys a game ball. They were flying all over the field. They got some sacks. They shut down the running game, which was a key to victory. And they look great, man. If they play like this the entire season, our defense, we're going to make some noise. No doubt. Also, I'm going to give a game ball to my man, Bill. Bill looked like the part. I got to give him game balls. His first game, he got in the end zone. He broke a long 42-yard run. Bill looked good out there, man. He deserved a game ball. Now, who gets that trash can award? Hey, man, I got to give the trash can award to my man, Dan Quinn. On that first half, the 2-minute offense, he blew that one, man. He left points on the board. He called a timeout way too early. And we pretty much lost 3 points on that one. So he got to clean that up. Other than that, everybody else played pretty decent. All phases of the ball. Special teams were pretty good. Offense, pretty good. And the defense was spectacular, man. So Dan Quinn got to get that trash can award for week 1. No doubt. So all in all, it was a decent game for the Burgundy and Gold, man. We got that week 1 W. That's all that matters. We got the first W in the NFC East. That's all that matters, man. And we beat the New York Giants 3 games in a row going back to last season. That's all that matters, man. I take these W's any way we can get them. All right, Nation, that's end this episode, man. I appreciate y'all for chiming in. Man, get in that comment section and let me know if you're happy with this week 1 victory or if you think the Commanders still got a little more in the tank they can give us. We should have blew them boys out today, to be honest with you. It is what it is. Also, if you could bang that like button, bang the notification bell, man, please subscribe. This channel needs your support. And if you made it to the end, salute.